I am sufficiently intelligent to know that.
Yes, there's corruption in the Parliament of Ghana.
They make me feel bad.
We have not departed from our core principles.
I should be able to count how many millionaires I've been able to create.
There was only one incubator, and by the time we set up and put her child in, the child was dead.
They run away because they don't want to get married at that early age.
Moment Tonight, here, we don't just talk, we push the talkers to walk the talk.
Moment. Maybe GBC deserves the TV license.
Mr. President, I thought this is the main issue why you came here.
This is my big bro.
From Mondays to Thursdays on GBC News Channel at 8:15 p.m. When the voices that matter speak, they speak to GBC. They speak on Moment Tonight.
By some of your appointments, you appear to be creating a parallel civil service.
2020 is not too far away from today. Are we seeing a comeback?
Would you say that HIPIC truly served any purpose?
The debt overhang on the economy of our country was such that the country couldn't bear it. We've moved more people out of poverty and hunger since 1992 than any other era in the period of Ghana.
Under my watch, the Ghanaian economy picked up.
A legion of youth is being trained in terms of security.
Aging stage of your life is a time you have to plan for.
Death is a universal name.
Persons who would take their lives by suicide may, prior to the act, have given us a lot of information.
I am sufficiently intelligent to know that.
Yes, there's corruption in the Parliament of Ghana.
They make me feel bad.
We have not departed from our core principles.
I should be able to count how many millionaires I've been able to create.
There was only one incubator, and by the time we set up and put her child in, the child was dead.
They run away because they don't want to get married at that early age.
Moment Tonight, here, we don't just talk, we push the talkers to walk the talk.
Moment. Maybe GBC deserves the TV license.
Mr. President, I thought this is the main issue why you came here.
This is my big bro.
From Mondays to Thursdays on GBC News Channel at 8:15 p.m. We're grateful that you chose us here on GBC News and here on Moment Tonight as well. My name is Abdul Hayi Moomin, and tonight we turn our attention to an issue which we have discussed several times in the past, but which remains a matter that is still with us. And I'm talking about climate change. We're talking about climate change, adaptation, and mitigation. People appear still not to take issues about climate change that seriously. But indeed, to what extent is this phenomenon known as climate change affecting us? In the first place, what is it to start with? There are those who believe that this is just some propaganda by some persons to achieve a certain agenda, and that there is nothing like climate change. Tonight, we threw the spotlight on issues affecting climate change, adaptation, and mitigation. My guest tonight, to my immediate left, Kofi Don Ago. He is the president of Climate Change Communications and Local Governance Africa. He has joined us here in the studio. We're grateful that you found time to join us. Also with us in the studio, Mr. Andrews Bediako, a former administrator of NALAG. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for accepting our invitation here. We're grateful that you agreed to join us. Without any delay, let's go straight to business. And Kofi, since you are president of Climate Change Communications and Local Governance Africa, I'd like to start the conversation with you, and I'd like to put it in proper perspective so we understand what we're talking about when we refer or talk about climate change. Exactly what is it?
Okay, thank you so much for having us on your show. And we are so grateful that you're inviting us to be on the show. Let me first of all say, when you talk of climate change, in a layman's understanding, or in the simple terms, climate change is just looking at the weather condition, our attitudes towards rainfall, our attitudes towards land degradation, forests, and all the things that change the rainfall pattern and other activities that human cannot live within the country that we find ourselves, or within a particular area. So climate change itself is as a result of the activities that we do that do not allow nature to give us what is being expected to do. So in a simple term, that's what climate change is all about.
All right, and for those who just joined us, we are here live on GBC News. We're also streaming live on the website of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, www.gbcghanaonline.com, as well as on the various social media handles of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, including Facebook and YouTube. So you go on Facebook, search for Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. If you need to step out, you can still follow the conversation right here. Andrew, so you've heard Kofi tell us in simple terms what climate change is, but the purpose of this program is really to continue with the education drive to, no matter how many times it goes into the ears of people, we do not mind repeating it so many times. So maybe he left out something that you may want to add to help our viewers to properly understand the issue we're talking about.
Thank you very much, Mumen. I also use the opportunity to thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. I think, as he said, in simply put, what I would say is that climate change is how the environment affects every human life. That is the simplest way that we can look at it, because it is a phenomenon. And when you look at how the environment is degrading day in and day out, it goes to the level of affecting human beings. And even not only human beings, we are talking about, because we have aquatic level where the fishes that we eat, every aspect of human life, because without them we cannot survive, and without us they can also not survive. But our activities is affecting the environment, it is affecting every part of the earth. And that is what we are looking at, how these activities are affecting people and the environment in totality. So when we talk of the climate change, basically, as he said, but what I will add to is that simply how the environment is affecting human life in nature. That is how I put it.
Okay, so how the environment, but over the years, and I'm just throwing this out there, at what point did the world get to realize that our climate was changing?
Yes, for me, I'm not quite old, but specifically, I will not be able to tell you when the world decided or when the world realized the changes in the environment. But you and I can understand that. We used to say that the rain pattern is between June, July. But now, January, it can rain, February. Any other period that we don't expect raining, it rains. So that tells you that the phenomenon has changed. Things have changed. But we haven't taken the steps. We haven't realized it. And as he said, our activities is affecting every aspect of our life. And when you talk of climate change, in fact, it affects every aspect of the species on Earth. But most of the time, we think that people within the space of environmental matters and then climate are the people who need to talk about climate change. But it is something that we need to take it to the level of the layman to understand exactly what climate issues are. So starting from that angle, I cannot say when we have realized what the climate, but then I have come to meet. And my interest in climate activities really started just about 2019 when we had opportunity of, Ghana had the opportunity of hosting the Second African Climate Summit. And it was there when I participated in it and I realized that there's a lot of more things that we need to do when we talk of climate issues. And for me, I might say that probably, even though I've heard about climate change and all those kind of things, my interest got more after 2019 19 African Climate Summit. And then I've decided that, of course, let's come together and let's see what we can do to bring climate issues to the people at the local level.
But Andrew, so what's the problem if what Kofi says is anything to go by, that we used to expect rains around June, July, probably later in August? What's the problem if that's no longer happening and we're having rains in January, February? It's not like the rains are not coming. They've just changed when they used to come. Change happens anyway.
Yeah, because we are causing more damage to the environment, and as a result of activities of human beings. Because the climate issue that we are talking about, it affects all part of human life. Talking about water resources, energy, biodiversity, human health, and all these things are under attack as a result of our own activities. So I think in 2015, 2016, as you asked, the whole world realized that even if you look at the sustainable development goals that we are dealing with, about the 17 goals, you look at the goal 13 and 14, the focus is about the environment. And you realize that they are similar, because the whole world has realized that the environment is under attack as a result of our own activities. So what should we do? Let us all come together and look at how best we can address these activities in order to make sure the environment is safe for all of us. So the whole world has realized that the environment is under attack as a result of our own activities, and they've come together, and we are all looking at how best we can address the issues, because it is not anybody coming from anywhere who is causing damage to the environment. It's our own activities, human beings, because of industrial revolution and others. You look at how even the you get to our MNDs, how we are treating sanitation issues. I will use this opportunity to congratulate the Greater Accra Regional Minister for the human job that he's doing. To be honest, what he is doing is about environment. He is fighting climate change, and we all need to applaud him because if you look at statistics, it shows that that area, Agbogboleshi area alone, the whole world has realized the challenge that Agbogboleshi area is causing to the environment, not only in Ghana, the whole world. So the whole world realized that if this is the way to go, why shouldn't we get an opportunity to make sure we get the place cleared? Because it is affecting the environment and it is affecting the whole world. It's not only in Ghana, because all the activities that is going on there is affecting the world, and they are all part of the system that we are using in destroying our own environment. So it is not like we are saying because we have seen that the rain pattern has changed, as he said. If you look at previously, then we are talking about rain pattern. We are looking at, let's say, from March, April, May. Then we will see that this is a period that we experience on rains. That is where people, especially in Ghana, people begin to grow their maize, yams, and all those. But currently, even if you wake up in the morning, you look at Accra, the whole system has changed. The environment has changed, and it is as a result of the climate change that we are talking about. And it is as a result of the activities as we human beings are causing to the environment. That is why we are experiencing all these things. So it is very good that all of us have to come together. As he said, in 2019, we had the opportunity of organizing the second Climate Chance Africa. The first one was held in Cote d'Ivoire in 2018. Then the second one, we had the opportunity of having it in Accra in 2019. And if you look at all the agreements, all the people who attended the conference across the world, everybody realized that actually we are causing damage to the environment. And this is the time that we should all come together and look at how best we can address the issues. Because even, as you said, now if you get to some places like the northern region, people are waiting for the rains to come for them to plant. But it is not coming. You then come back and ask, are you going to ask God? It is as a result of our own activities. And we have caused damage to the environment. So it is better all of us come together as individuals, not only in Ghana, the whole world. Everybody must be on board in order to address these challenges for us to have a better place to live in.
Kofi, Andrews keeps talking about it is as a result of human activities. He says it's as a result of what we have been doing. But really, what are these activities?
Yeah, thank you. These activities, we cut down trees, and I want to speak for the layman to understand. We cut down trees without replacing them. It's one factor. In fact, study shows that every human needs about 4 trees in a year to survive. at least 4 trees. So, you know, all of us study basic understanding where we get oxygen from the trees. And there's a saying that when the last tree dies, the last man dies. So we cut down the trees and we don't replace it. So where are we going to get the oxygen? So when we cut down those things, it's going to affect us. Now, when it comes to the land itself, we have Galamsey. Galamsey in Ghana. It is so pathetic, it's so bad. That will be a discussion for another time, I believe so. So if you destroy the land, where are you going to get a place to plant a tree, to nurture it for you to get the oxygen? So it's another factor. How do we dispose our refuse? At times we burn them. There are certain things we need not to burn them. And there's a lot of everything that I believe strongly that everything that we used or we think we have to dispose it of can be reused. But we are not taking advantage of all those things. So you realize that we must try as much as possible to study and understand what we have to do, adapt strategies. I'm so much surprised that the Ministry of Environment have in their book what they call the NCCP, that is the National Climate Change Adaptation Project, or what the plans that they have. But we have not inculcated these things into our system. I was so much even surprised, you know, finding myself in the corridors of Parliament, trying to engage some members of Parliament and telling them that we want to do this thing on climate change. And someone said, well, go and talk to the people in the environment and all those kind of people within the environment and climate, because I'm a businessman and, of course, I'm into accounting, I'm into whatever. So climate have nothing to do with me. But I tell you, it is not so. So our activities, as I've said, Galamsey is one of the major factors. How we dispose of our refuse is also another matter. So all these things contribute seriously to our environment. And we have to take serious measures to make sure that we're able to mitigate all these things within our system. Other than that, the world will not be a better place for us to live. Let me tell you something. I was trying to talk to a colleague about this whole thing, and he said, it looks as if Ghana, we are joking. The Europeans, and for that matter, the Americans, have taken climate issues very seriously, because probably we haven't seen a lot of, you know, challenges, so to speak. So we seems to relax a little bit. In as much as I can also, I also know that the issues of funding is another serious matter. But until we begin to have interest in the activities that will not bring, you know, climate issues to us, then we are not going anywhere. Because the fact of the matter is that there's a saying that if you are fetching water into a basket, then you are not doing anything. So you can say that you want to do adaptation, but you're not doing mitigation. At the same time, you need to blend mitigation and adaptation together.
We'll get to those technical issues. I just want us to break the issues down. We'll get to the adaptation and mitigation shortly. But again, we've been talking about the activities that will lead to... I realize you talk about Galamsey, you talk about cutting trees. So were we all to agree, and the government has started a process of ending Galamsey, and we hope that it will be successful. Recently, millions of trees were planted across the country. So once we've done this, and according to what you've said so far, then hallelujah, time to go back to bed. We've solved the problem, have we? If these are the only activities that can lead to climate change. Any of you?
No, I don't think when we are done with that, that means we've been able to solve all climate issues. You see, I spoke about industrial revolution. If you look at how we are, it's not, he is talking about planting of trees, or how people are cutting down trees and Galamsey and all those kind of things. That is a factor. But other areas that we are also looking at are how we burn items, or how we burn our refuse. Some people, there was this, when you look at Accra as we have now, what is causing damage to the environment, one is about the high-rise buildings. When we are able to put up these buildings, under normal circumstances, we should be in a position to get solar. But we always depend on our normal electricity. And before we get electricity, we need certain things to power the machines. And these machines, when we power them, the fumes that goes up is also causing damage to the environment. It is our own activity. That's why I always say these things are not from anywhere. When we talk of, let's say, natural disaster, like we can talk of natural disaster, but these things, even the natural disaster occurs, but when they occur, it is about the impact. The impact that we will get from the environment is about as a result of our own activities. Now we are causing, now you see, we will realize that when we build our houses, for example, instead of, let's say, planting grasses, everybody is going for tiles. You will get to the house and every place is tarred. And when those things happen, when it rains, the rainfall or the rain doesn't have a place to go. Instead of getting straight to the land, it doesn't go. So all these things are coming out as a result of erosion, and we are causing it. And if you look at how the high-rise buildings that I'm talking about, and we are not dependent, or we are not taking advantage of the sun in order to get the solar panel for us to get these things, and we are always dependent on electricity, and it is causing damage to the environment. So it is not only about cutting down the trees, and they are part of it, but it is not only the cutting down the trees and how we burn our refuse in our communities and all that. They are all part of the climate change issues that we are talking about. That is why we think that, as he said, after planting the trees, are we going to leave the trees there just like that? Are we going to monitor to make sure these trees are doing what we expected them to do? Because, for example, when we plant the trees in the community and we don't get people who take care of those trees and we leave it like that, people will even go back and cut them. And it is also something that we all are speaking against. So we need to get people who will be responsible for some of these things. And we think it is about the local level that we have to take these things to. That is why some of us are interested in bringing on board the local authorities in order to make sure we can have proper climate issues addressed.
So again, directly, how does or will climate change affect human life? In what ways?
Now, let me take it from where he stopped. Climate issues, as we have already said, I did mention of a tree, and I always want to use those ones as an example, because if you don't have oxygen, it's very serious. It means that you're going to die. Now, if the environment itself is polluted, it means that you have effects within your lungs. We all know that when you have some kind of bad smoke within your system, it's going to affect your lungs as well. So it means that even burning down materials that we are not supposed to burn them, it will have effect on us. I must even believe that within the environment where we live, if the system is polluted, it means that it has its own health implications on us. You live in an environment where there's pollution. If you do research and you find that the people that live in an area that is polluted, you realize that they have some kind of health issues within environments where they live. So there's a need for us to understand that if you live in an environment where the environment is not clean, you don't dispose of things properly, you do things anyhow, it's going to have negative effect on you within the environment where you live. So climate issues are not just about the weather. It is not only about cutting down trees. It is not only about the emissions from the vehicles that we use here and there, but it's about our attitude as well. What is our attitude towards handling issues with sanitation? We do not do the things anyhow. I wonder how you have money and you build a house and you don't even have a washroom within your house, and you want to go and use public toilet. I can't just understand. Public toilets are for the public. Maybe you're going somewhere within the environment where you find yourself, and that is not your abode, and you want to visit the washroom. That is why the public toilet is there. But people build houses and they don't have public toilets. At times I get so much worried when members of parliament was, as I'm going to build KVIP here, I'm going to build water closet for people within the community. Why don't you empower them to rather have good toilets within their homes? They're planning officers within assemblies. What are they doing? You go there and you see them just writing stop work. But are they making sure that what you build houses and you build toilets within the houses? You don't, because no matter what you do, you eat, and that thing will come out. So what are you thinking, or what are you doing to make sure that when that thing wants to come out, you have a place to do? Unless you run to the public, no, you don't. We can't do that. We must change our attitude towards those things. We must make sure that when you build a house, you must have a toilet. It's also another aspect. You understand? So there's a need, as I've said, for all of us holistically must look at the environment that we live and make sure that we do things rightly. And when we're able to do that, I tell you, the world will be a very good place for us to live.
All right.
I think you asked about how the climate issues are affecting the environment. You see, as I said, it is threatening food security, as you indicated. Now, everybody is looking at, we are waiting for rains, especially northern part of the country. We are waiting for rains in order to plant. Now, you are not getting the rain, so you can't plant. And if you are not able to plant, definitely the food security is threatened. And a lot of people, you see, I was listening to news, I think 3 days ago, and it is about how we are going to have food security challenge going forward maybe next year as a result of we not getting rains for people to plant. So food security is threatened. Then the energy is also threatened. Then our water resources, we are causing damage to the water resources. Sometimes you hear our fishermen complaining that when they go to the sea, they don't get fish as they used to get. And it is as a result of these things. Because we are not planning towards those things, and we think, let's get to sea every day and get something for our survival. And when we are doing all these things, people go to sea, and what they do is that they use some chemicals to catch the fish. And they are causing damage to the sea. When you do these things, you get there the next day, you see that the fish that you are not supposed to catch that day, they are all gone. And we are causing them. So our water resources is also under siege. And as I said, biodiversity and human health, as he mentioned, our health is also under siege. So if you look at all this, these are areas that we need to hide under in order to survive as human beings. But if you are not able to save these things and we destroy them, definitely, as he said, when the last tree dies, the last man will also die. Okay. And we are causing all these things, damages to our environment. That means we are not planning to survive in the death. Because if you look at Africa is projected to suffer in this 21st century. Especially Africa, we are going to suffer a lot. And that's why we are not getting the needed rainfall as we used to get. And these things are as a result of the climate issues that we are talking about.
Great. I'll read portions of an academic article. Actually, this is in a journal contributed to by 42 scientists from around the world, portions of which say, if climate change continues unabated, nearly every ecosystem on the planet would alter dramatically to the point of becoming an entirely new world. Now, they warn that the changes of the next 200 years could equal and may likely even exceed those seen over the last 10,000 years that ended the last ice age. It says, if humanity does not stop emitting greenhouse gas emissions, the character of the land could metamorphose. Oak forests could become grassland. Evergreen woods could turn deciduous, and of course, beaches would sink into the sea.
Perfect.
This summarizes
perfect
greenhouse gases, emissions. So, you see, when I read this, then I thought to myself, very good points. But what then do we do? Because the reality of modern life suggests that we cut down trees so we can survive.
Yes.
The realities of modern life suggest that in Accra, to move around, you need a car. If you don't have your own car, you still have to go by some public means of transport.
We have companies that are recycling these things for other things to be used. So why are we burning them? We get to our compounds and you see that somebody has prepared an area that is always meant for burning of refuse in the house. You are not supposed to be doing that, but that is what we are doing. So supervision is also another area that we have to look at, and our own activity. We should desist. We should know that when we're able to explain these things to people, especially when we take it to our local level, for our local level people to know that, okay, these things that we are doing, gone are the days that we didn't think about it, and it is as a result of some of these things. That is why we are not even getting rainfall. Our rainfall pattern has changed. So the people will get to understand it. When they understand it, I mean, we can't eliminate it. We cannot eliminate it, but we can reduce it drastically. When we're able to reduce it, all these activities will come down, and the environment will be safe for all of us to live in.
Now that you have introduced the issue of reduction, I'd like also to introduce the issue of adaptation. From a lay person's point of view, the understanding of adaptation will be, okay, so things are that bad or are getting that bad, let's learn to live with the bad situation. Is that what it is?
Yes, thank you very much again. When you talk of adaptation in relation to what you're discussing, in a layman's point, like you said, adapt to a situation. But in this case, we are saying that climate issues or climate change is a bad issue or is an issue with negative aspects of it. So adaptation in this context, we are saying that let us adapt things that will help us to mitigate or change the situation of climate. I don't know if you get it. So we are saying that in adaptation of climate change, we are saying that we need to do things that will help us to get out from the situation that we find ourselves, in that simple language. So adapting to it, not to say that the situation is bad, so we must deal with it, but rather we must adapt strategies. And that is why we have what we call adaptation strategies. The strategies are there for us to do those things to help us to come out from the challenges. And one of the things, as we're all saying, is to make sure that what we do planting, we even if you want to do galamsey, if you do it, you have to reclaim the land, but we are not claiming the land. We make sure that what, if you are burning things, we burn it rightly. Like he also rightly said, we are not using solar. There's so much sun in Africa, there's so much sun in Ghana, but we are not taking care of that. We are not taking advantage of it by using the solar to power.
Have you ever attempted buying a solar panel?
I know it's very expensive. I know it's very expensive, but the fact is that
that's the problem. No, I'm sure when you speak to the ordinary Ghanaian out there, he doesn't enjoy the fact that every other month he has to pay some electricity bill. If he could get energy from the sun for free, he would. But the costs of installing a solar panel is so much so that many Ghanaians cannot afford.
Abdul, let me tell you something. I haven't done research into it, but there's something phenomenon that I've seen in Africa and probably some part of the world. When something is barely new to us in terms of the usage, we tend to hype it in terms of costing. Let me give you a typical example. These nose masks that we are using, I believe when we started using the nose masks, the cost of it was very high. But when it got to a time that we need it badly, we realized that the costs have to come down.
No.
Even
when we needed it badly.
Yes, we needed it badly.
The cost was very high.
Fine, you miss it.
When it appeared that we had been able to subdue, and I'm using my words very carefully.
Yeah, the price came down.
The price came down. And I was wondering why. Because when many Ghanaians needed it, that's when I thought that Ghanaian businessmen, producers would have reduced the cost so a lot more people could afford.
So what I'm saying,
it is in the economy they call the demand and supply.
Good.
Yeah. Even when lives are involved.
You see.
So my point is that.
Let's not digress.
Yeah. So my point is that I don't know how we factor those things, but then it looks as if when we are not so much concerned about a particular issue, it turns out to be very costly for us. But when we begin to understand and have more insight and knowledge about it, you realize that at a point in time, the cost of those things reduces for us. For me, I don't know how the chemistry works in that situation, because in those days when we want to buy a particular, I don't want to mention a particular network, SIM card, it cost us over 100 Ghana cedis, where people are running to buy.
No, it was 1 million.
1 million. 1 million that time. 1 million. I remember
it even got to 1.5 million.
Exactly, very costly. But now, how much is it's a SIM card? 5 cities, 1 city, 2 cities. You understand? So for me, I think that until we realize that, or we understand that solar is the way to go, and we begin to do more research into it and find out what we can do, then we can understand the other ways or things that can help us to cut down cost on it, and we can have solar because it is free for us.
So somebody would say, we're just sitting on this platform and talking, but actually, what have you been doing? You've said all the nice things, but Andrews, and so what?
Yeah. So I think the first thing that we need to do, and we have been doing, is policies. Currently, what I know is that the government of Ghana has a policy that all MNDAs in Ghana should integrate climate issues, especially the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goal that talks about the Goal 13 and the 14 that I made mention earlier on. Assemblies or the MNDAs should integrate climate issues into their medium-term development plans. So when you have the medium-term development plan, assemblies at the end of the year are supposed to go through what we call DPAT assessment. Assemblies are assessed for them to know how the assembly is performing. And during such assessments, because they have been asked to integrate climate issues into their action plans, you are assessed on climate issues. So if you are not able to convince assessors that these are the areas that you've used or you've integrated into your plans in order to address climate issues at your area, you are going to fail. And when you fail, you lose a lot of money. So most of the assemblies, I would say all the assemblies currently in Ghana, with the policy that they are all involved in these things and they are implementing climate issues at the local level. Then we also look at this planting for export and rural development at the assembly level. It is also government policy. What they are planting, that some are planting cashew, some are planting cocoa, some are planting oranges and others. When they are doing it, is about export. But all these trees are also important in the environment or the community that they find themselves. So it is also another area that I think is helping a lot. And government policy of afforestation, using the youth to plant a lot of trees. We know about 10 million trees have already been planted under the Youth in Afforestation Program. And all these things, we are trying to use that to mitigate the climate issues that we are talking about. So policy is very important, and our habits as individuals, we need to change our attitude. It shouldn't be business as usual. You meet somebody throwing used cans and all those things into the environment. When you ask them, oh, Zoom Lion will come the next day to come and pick them. It is their job to do it. But so we need to change our habit as individuals or as Ghanaians or Africans. Because if you look at the Paris Agreement, which was signed, and Ghana is a signatory to, we have committed ourselves into some of these climate issues. So when you are not able to address it, you look at the whole world under the SDG, the decision is that we should be in a position to raise about $100 billion by 2020. The 2020 is gone. We were not able to raise that money, but at least climate financing has become a challenge. And I think if the whole world realize that, especially those countries that are causing more harm to the environment, they should pay more. They should pay more to developing countries for them to, address climate issues in their various areas. When we all understand these things, as they know, now some of them have contributed a lot. Some have gone into a position of coming out with their own ideas, with their own money to finance climate issues in Africa and other parts of the world. And I think they are doing well. But we need to continuously put pressure on the developed countries for them to, come out or give a lot of money in order to address these climate issues. And when we are done, government policies currently, I think Ghana, we are doing well. But it's not enough. We should continue to do it. And we human beings, as I said, we need to change our attitude.
So, Kofi, tell me about climate communications and local governance Africa. I see that you say your vision is to become a leading voice to champion climate change activities in Africa. The mission is to seek and create awareness on the harmful effects of contamination to the environment. But indeed, Andrews just said, this has got to do with policy and so on. To what extent are you or have you collaborated with the appropriate agencies, for example, EPA, in respect of these things you have outlined?
Yeah, Abdul, thank you so much. As I sit here, I'm a media practitioner, and when you talk of climate-related issues, as I've told you, since it was 2019 that the interest of climate-related and environmental matters became so paramount to me for me to work on. So CCLG, as we call, we, in simple terms, what we intend to do is to bring climate issues, environmental matters, to the people at the local level. Most of the time, when you talk of climate matters, we use big words, and our people at the local level don't understand. So as a communicator, and for that matter, someone into media, we want to take the issues of climate change to the local people and explain the issues to them in their local language, so to speak, so that they can understand the effects of climate change. Then they can adapt to the situation and mitigate it. So for us, from CCLG point of view, we believe that the communication aspect of the climate change is not well done. People don't really understand it. So there's a need for us to do that. When you look at the national climate change policy being drafted by the Ministry of Environment, as I've said, they have 7 areas that they intend to achieve. And these 7 areas, for them to be able to achieve these 7 messages, there's 3 thematic areas that they're looking at. The social development, the effective adaptation, and then mitigation. For them to be able to achieve this, there are 7 messages that they've stated that they want to do. 1, government and then coordination, governance and coordination, capacity building, science, technology and innovation, financing, international cooperation, information, communication and education, as well as monitoring and evaluation. For us, I am not a climate expert, I am not an environmental expert, but of course, I can communicate. So our group is saying that let's look at communication, capacity building, and then information, so that we can take all these things to the people at the grassroots level. Because at a click of a button, National Association of Local Authorities, where we have come together with them, because we are working hand in hand with them, they have the MMDAs with them. So we are saying that every environmental officer in assembly should automatically be part of our group. Every communicator or the PRO of the assembly should be part of the group. And then any other journalist within the assembly or within the district must also be part of our group. So we're calling all of them together. And as we speak right now, we have almost about 700 of them who have applied to be part of our group. And hopefully, as I said, we're going to launch it on 2nd August in Parliament, and the Speaker of Parliament is the special guest of honor. The presiding bishop of the Methodist Church will be the chairman for the occasion. And then we have the Minister of Environment delivering the keynote address. And we invited other agencies like the EP. Now, you did mention of the EP as we speak right now. We've been in touch with the EPA, the Forest Commission as well, and they'll be very helpful in giving us understanding, training, and then because I didn't even know that I would be able to talk about climate issues because I have no knowledge until recently that I begin to read much more about climate change. So we've been in touch with them, and as I've said, the names climate communication and local government. Local government because we believe that the things happen at the local level. And that's why NALAC is so much associated with us, for us to do all these things to make sure that we're able to work at a local level.
And you see, we've seen so many CSOs come up with very brilliant ideas, and after a few years, they just fizzle out. How robust are you to withstand the stubbornness of the Ghanaian in respect of education in such issues? I can assure you that even as we're having this conversation on TV, we are not attracting as much attention as we would have attracted if we had invited MPP and NDC to sit here and talk about suspensions in political parties, for example, or dismissals. Those are the issues that the Ghanaian will pay attention to. When you go to the ordinary Ghanaian and you begin to talk about climate change, you might get tired at a point, won't you?
Yes, let me tell you, for me, there's something I always tell my people. I'm a brigade officer. In as much as in recent I don't have time to do that. I said we can start with our brigade officer. Yesterday I had a discussion with the president of the Boys Brigade Ghana, and I told him that one of the things that I've learned from brigade, we have 4-corner program that we run as a brigade, and this 4-corner program, the same strategy you want to use for this organization. What we are saying is that that child that is living within the environment, he lives within the geographical area that in the assembly you call it electoral area. We are saying that let's help you get 4 trees to plant them. Water it. When you go close back from school, come and water it. So it means that nature that plant, okay, to grow. And then we have a coordinator within the electoral area who will come and mark the work you've done with your peers around. And then at the end of the year, we're going to award you. A child that lives in a particular community, if we should award the child with a laptop, computer, any other thing that is a little bit attractive that will aid that child to learn, what do you think will happen the following year? It means that Kojo or Mensa will say, oh, Kofi was awarded, so let me also try. So it means that we are inculcating all this habit into the children. And by so doing, when children learn from that angle, I tell you, it affects parents as well. So for us, the issues of climate are very wide, plenty, but we are tackling it from the children's point of view. When we're able to catch their attention, I believe they would really have, the impact will be there, and then it will just affect others. At the end of the day, we are linking up to even what we call the Head of State Award. We are saying that, President, this young man lives in this community, has done very well by planting 4 trees, and have nurtured this tree to this level by giving oxygen to the environment. So just shake hands with the young man. What do you think will happen to that young man who has shake hands with the president? In the following year, all the people living, that young boy that live in the community, are not going to be empowered to do that. By so doing, we will then build upon it gradually. We're going to start in the full range, but then the later we can do, and I believe it shouldn't be difficult for the assemblies and for that matter government to support us.
To add to what he said, you see, most of our policies do fail because we don't come out with a policy that will be human-centered. We don't do stakeholder consultation, stakeholder engagement. Then we don't give the policy to the people. Sure. How can you look at, because what I know is that everybody lives in a district. As we sit here, I know this place happens to be Ayawaso West or something like that. So, moment staying here, you live in a municipality.
Yes.
So, if the municipality is doing something, that means the municipality should involve movement. That will make you understand, or for you to realize that I am part of this system, so I will contribute. But if you try to stay in Accra, then plan projects, plan programs, then you send it to the local people, they see it as an imposition. They are not prepared to be part of it. So I am happy that they are in the media and they want to take it up. Because the media, as you said, you always project sensationalism. That is what you normally do. As you said, MPP-NDC, when you bring MPP-NDC there, everybody will be interested in watching the program. But you are the people who always set the agenda. Politicians normally can't set the agenda, but the media. So if the media, now they being part of the system, have realized that this is the way to go, and when we're able to go that level, the people who own the project. I know definitely the people who own it. As he said, people will also be interested because coming up, there will be some awards. I planted 4 trees. I was able to, I've been able to nurture the tree. The tree has survived about 2-3 years. Then I've been even some presidential level. We bring that person in to Accra. Then during, let's say, State of the Nation address, the person will be mentioned. My young brother or even my old mother sitting in the village will realize that, oh, at least this thing that this guy did has been recognized. So I'll also go to that level today. So if the media has taken it up now, I think it will succeed. And I will also say that the people should own the project. It shouldn't be an imposition. Always, when instead of in public policy, instead of starting the policy at the grassroots level, then you take it up. Then we begin to start from the top. Before we get down there, the people at the downstairs, they are going to implement the policy, but they don't understand it. So how do you expect them to implement the policy? So it's a big challenge. But when we start from the local level, for example, now that they have taken it up, that they are going to the electoral areas for the people to know that this is what is going on, I know for sure assembly members will be involved, unit committee members will be involved. They will be interested. When they are interested, it will succeed. You can't sit in Accra. Always we organize big conferences. We travel because of COVID. That's why these days we are not traveling outside for programs. We go to the international level. We speak good English. Blah 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 blah. Then we come home. We want the people at the local level to get benefits of those things, but they don't even understand it. So how do they, implement it? You stay in Accra, or you go to UN, then you come out with a policy. These SDGs, as we are talking about now, how many people at the assembly who have been trained on SDGs? So when we do these things, we normally fail. But now that they in the media taking it up, I know definitely when they continue, and as I said, climate issues, climate financing is also a challenge. Now all these things that they are doing, definitely they will need some resources. But we have international organizations that are interested in climate. So if you're able to write a proposal, they know that, or they see that you are doing very well, they will come and support. It depends on the job that you are doing, because as I said, the climate issues is about everybody. It's affecting the whole world. It's affecting everybody. So it is not only in Ghana. And the international community realize that, oh, there is an association in Ghana, and they are media personnel, they are media professionals, and they are doing well. You write a proposal, nice proposal, you send it to, even at the UN level, World Bank, because World Bank even have a component of money that they use in supporting climate. But if you are not able to package it well, they don't understand what you are doing, they don't know what you are doing, they don't see the impact, they will not give you the money. African Development Bank is there. They also have it. Even when we talk of local institutions, you get to Minister of Environment, they can also assist. So it depends on how they are going to address this to make sure they have the necessary impact. When they get the necessary impact, I think they will succeed.
All right, let me read some messages on my WhatsApp, and also a few that have come in on Facebook for those who are watching us. So Farouk Zakaria, you say that, Women, I'm enjoying this show very much, and I disagree with you when you said that viewers are more interested in the political issues, because I've been stuck with you from the very beginning. I will suggest to the media, such as your station, to introduce something like science news. That way you can discuss issues of climate change as well as all other science and environmental related issues, just as you do for sports, entertainment, and other segments in your news. Well, thank you very much for that suggestion. You say your name is Elizabeth Kwe. Elizabeth says the UN reported recently and laid out the stark reality of a planet that is under assault. 1 million species are at risk of extinction if we do nothing about the way we treat the earth that houses all of us. It is like we are punching a hole in the roof that is housing us and still expect that the sun will not beat us, that the rain will also not beat us. We are tickling ourselves and laughing at ourselves at the same time. Thank you very much, those who got to me on WhatsApp. We are running out of time. Let me visit Facebook right now. Bruno Osei Boahin says, good evening, GBC. Well done. Greetings to my brother Andy. I'm watching you live from Barcelona, Spain. Andy, thank you very much. I'm sure, Bruno, Andy, I'm sure you know him.
That's my senior brother.
Okay. Kwame Yaboa says, good evening. I totally agree with Mr. Andrews Bediakon about how to sustain the planting of trees. We believe we need to consciously involve the local authorities in keeping the trees we plant. Yahopoku Ajiman, Yahopoku Ijapon, also on Facebook, you say, great stuff. Thank you very much. Watching you, my brother, too much big grammar, no action. Freeman Dasoberi, thank you very much for those messages there. Okay, so let's wrap up now. We are almost out of time. So you're launching this CSO, Climate Communications and Local Governance Africa, on the 2nd of August.
2nd of August.
Okay,
yeah.
so who is invited?
Yes, as I've said, the Speaker of Parliament is a special guest of honor.
Yes.
Yes. And
but I'm talking about members of the general public, given the fact that we have limited...
You're invited. First of all, you're invited. You're in the media.
Yes,
and
so...
we're inviting all the media houses in Ghana. If all of them can come, we're inviting all the media houses to attend. Yes, so just come, and then, you know, I'm a media person.
Because of COVID, you can't bring a lot of people together.
Yes, of course, but I believe from now up to those who want to come, from now up to probably by Friday, just let us know and we'll admit you. But of course, the members of the Parliamentary Press Corps will also be around. And we've also invited, EPA will be there.
Right.
The Minister of Environment will be there. Forestry Commission will be around. I'm expecting Stanbic Bank to be around. Star Oil, and a few institutions that we invited. And I'm also expecting the leadership of Parliament, both minority and then the majority, to be at the function.
All right.
And of course, the general public, some few invited the Pentecost chairman and his people from the Pentecost Church, and as well as some few churches.
All right, we're out of time now. Andrews?
Thank you very much. You know, as I said, let the people own every project or program, and you succeed. Now, you know, there is a ban on harvesting of rosewood from the northern part, but people are still cutting. But if the local people realize, no, we have to prevent these people from doing it, the people cannot do it. But you realize that the local people are in connivance with the people who are doing it. That's why they can succeed. But so every program or project that we can, let the people, own it. When they own it, they will see the importance of it and that it will succeed. So let us all make the whole world be a better place by, protecting the environment.
All right. Thank you very much. We've been having a conversation on climate change adaptation and mitigation with officials of the Climate Communication and Local Governance Africa, which CSO will be launched on the 2nd of August. That's sometime next week.
Monday.
We'll pay attention to the issues that will come thereof, and then we'll report back to you as well. Kofi Don Ago is the president of Climate Change Communications and Local Governance Africa. Thank you very much, Kofi. Kofi came together with Andrews Bediakon, who is a former administrator with NALAC. We are very grateful to you, gentlemen, for coming. Thank you for making time to be with us here on Moment Tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow, God willing, with another edition. And until then, have a very good night. Bye-bye.
When the voices that matter speak, they speak to GBC. They speak on Moment Tonight.
By some of your appointments, you appear to be creating a parallel civil service.
2020 is not too far away from today. Are we seeing a comeback?
Would you say that HIPIC truly served any purpose?
The debt overhang on the economy of our country was such that the country couldn't bear it. We've moved more people out of poverty and hunger since 1992 than any other era in the period of Ghana.
Under my watch, the Ghanaian economy picked up.
A legion of youth is being trained in terms of security.
Aging stage of your life is a time you have to plan for.
Death is a universal need.
Persons who would take their lives by suicide may, prior to the act, have given us a lot of information.
I am sufficiently intelligent to know that.
Yes, there's corruption in the Parliament of Ghana.
They make me feel bad.
We have not departed from our core principles.
I should be able to count how many millionaires I've been able to create.
There was only one incubator, and by the time we set up and put her child in, the child was dead.
They run away because they don't want to get married at that early age.
Moment Tonight, here, we don't just talk, we push the talkers to walk the talk.
Moment. Maybe GBC deserves the TV license.
Mr. President, I thought this is your main issue why you came here.
This is my big bro.
From Mondays to Thursdays on GBC News Channel at 8:15 p.m.